every console generation, we get numerous new announcements, numerous new features, all types of things that make the console that much better, right? And I've mentioned this numerous times as well, is that, you know, back in the day when we used to get a new console, it was always like, hey, cool, we got this new console, but that was basically it. It never really got better unless it was a case of a Sega Genesis, which got, you could arguably say, better with the Sega CD or 32X. Now, you know, it's strange because, you know, we've come such a long way, but like a stackable type console, things didn't really get that much better. Obviously, there's instances of in between that, like the Xbox 360 had a HD DVD drive, right? So there was that sort of thing that would happen. But, you know, at the end of the day, listen, Microsoft has come an extremely long way where it's concerned. And, you know, I have to say I'm pretty much stoked with how they've been able to kind of accomplish the things that they've done, despite the fact that there's so much negativity revolved around what they're doing. And, you know, I realize that they brought on a lot of this themselves. I say that quite often, and you know what, it's true. It's like, honestly, they screwed themselves over quite a bit in the past. I do think that it's cool that they've been able to kind of fix some of the problems and alleviate some of the problems, and people look at them in a different light. But, you know, listen, not everything that comes to these consoles is going to, you know, at the end of the day, be something that that's gonna continue to be a proven winner, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So a good instance of this on the PlayStation side would be, I think, those cards or whatever it was, and I think they're dropping that, or they're taking those out. The picture-in-picture stuff on Xbox was something that was cool last generation, and, you know, they're taking that out. But this news, I think, comes as a little bit of a shock, but it's also something that realistically, when you look at it, makes a lot of sense from Microsoft's part to look into it and maybe adjust it a bit. And I'm going to get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Crap Gamer and this is Crap Gamer Reviews. Hey, I'm looking to get 100 likes on each of my videos. If you guys wouldn't mind doing that, I would absolutely love it and think the world of you all. It would mean that much more to me. So thank you guys for always rocking out and doing such amazing things. It's a small goal, but it's a goal that I'm trying to achieve. I haven't really hit it anywhere close yet, but we'll see. So anyway, what's one of the new features that draws you to the Xbox Series X or S, right? Well, clearly, quick resume, right? Well, now it looks like Phil Spencer says they're looking at letting players disable quick resume. Now, believe it or not, like when I was originally playing the start of this generation a little bit more on PlayStation, simply put, they had some games, and, you know, I was enjoying those games, and I didn't understand the fascination with quick resume, because when I tried it, it was a situation where I had a little bit of a tougher time with it than one might expect, mainly because, you know, I tend to play online games a lot, and the quick resume stuff on there, like, you know, if you're playing an online game, you guys will know that they're going to have to reset the server. So in particular, I went through a PUBG phase again, and so I'm playing PUBG, and, you know, quick resume tries to pick that up. You basically have to restart the game, and so, you know, that would happen, and it kind of takes a while to restart the game or whatever. And so I'm like telling people, I'm like, you know, quick resume doesn't exactly work that well, especially on multiplayer games, because they're constantly getting updated and you have to restart to do it anyway. So now it looks like we're going to be getting the option to disable that because it causes issues. So quick resume, which allows players to store a number of games in a suspended state, is one of the most unique Xbox Series X and S features. If a quick resume game that's suspended is then loaded again, it will return players back to where they left off within seconds. Not all games support quick resume, however, but some of the games that do support it sometimes have issues with its implementation, especially those that connect to an online server, as I was saying. Players regularly claim that games like PUBG, which is what I was just explaining, FIFA, and Halo Infinite struggle to reconnect when the game is in quick resume, and that it's often quicker to manually force the game to close, wipe the suspended state, and relaunch it entirely. This was mentioned by a Twitter user who said, "I still don't understand how quick resume is not a feature that you can disable. It's amazing for a lot of games, but when it tries to quick resume for online games, it absolutely breaks it, and you have to manually quit. If only an option to disable for such a games existed." And Phil Spencer replied saying, "Good feature, ask, makes sense. We'll put it on the list of things to look at." So last year, 343's Industries warned players not to use Quick Resume feature in Halo because obviously, you know, it could result in lost cosmetics and things like that. During the campaign, players will find armor lockers dotted around the Zeta Halo containing cosmetics that can be used in the game's multiplayer mode. But if users were kicked from the game's online servers, which happens when using Quick Resume, the cosmetics wouldn't be available for them in their regular Halo Infinite multiplayer inventory. While this specific issue has been fixed, players can still report issues reconnecting to Halo Infinite and other online games when loading with Quick Resume. So yeah, even though, you know, they have kind of addressed some of the issues, you know, it's one of those things where not all of the issues were, you know, were exactly kind of given the proper kind of notifications and things like that. So yeah, like for me personally, I think Quick Resume works great on certain games, but I'm just, as much as this user on Twitter was talking to Phil about it, you know, there's some things, you know, Call of Duty, etc., that it just doesn't make sense and it doesn't exactly work the way that you would possibly want it to work. And I do hope that they kind of get that ironed out and fixed before too long, because I think it is a quality feature, but not every feature is going to work that way, you know, especially with like I said, online games. So now we have to look at this and go, well, what can they do to fix this? Well, I mean, there's lots of things they can fix. It's just to allow us to disable like the online only features and things like that, and it'll make it that much better, because I think it is a great feature. But much like some of the other features that we've seen, you know, I think that's, you know, obviously going to be a bit of an issue or whatever. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. With that being said, let me know what you all think. I really would appreciate it. I think the world of you guys. And, you know, listen, I think that adding features, taking out features, listen, it's something that happens. It's something that all these companies do, and we continue to see Microsoft invent themselves, reinvent themselves, fix things, make things that much better. And at the end of the day, you can't ask for much more than that. They've actually gone out of their way to kind of fix the issues and apply the things that they could. So I do hope that they continue to take what people are asking for seriously and continue to make things that much better. So yeah, looking forward to hearing your comments, seeing what everybody thinks. You know, at the end of the day, Microsoft and Sony, it looks like they're going to continue to do these types of things, you know, and I can't say that I blame them. And at the end of the day, I also feel like, you know, Microsoft possibly owes it to the fans to get these things kind of worked out, the kinks worked out and stuff like that, because as we get closer to almost 2 years into the generation, which we almost are, you know, these features that were there at launch should be able to be a little bit more defined for everyone. So with that being said, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. I all hope you have a fantastic day, night, whenever. Thank you so much for watching some of my content. Please leave a like on it. Have a great day. Crap gamer out.